Hey, what's up everybody? It's Joseph from ScreenBite, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into a topic that I often find myself thinking about, and that's going to be when it comes to video game audio, do you prefer a headset or headphones? Now, gaming audio in general is honestly one of the most important aspects of a game, whether it be listening to that orchestral score of your favorite single-player game, or hearing the footsteps of an enemy who's right behind you in your favorite FPS. It's very, very important, and that's why when it comes to listening to that audio, it's good to get yourself a really good headset or a nice pair of headphones and a separate mic. But which one is better? And that's what I want to go ahead and discuss. So the argument for headsets versus headphones has been around for a very long time. Everyone has an opinion about it, and no one's right and no one's wrong. My goal for this video is to compare the pros and cons of each setup and help you guys make a decision based off of those factors. Now in the corner for video game headsets everywhere, we're going to have the Astro A50s, and fighting on the side of the headphones of the world, we're going to have my AKG K7XXs. Now I chose these two totally not because they're the only examples that I currently have in my household, but actually when you're comparing these two, it's actually a really good comparison. The Astro A50s, when they first came out, were a very, very expensive headset. They were $300, and with that you were getting a wireless headset, pretty good quality, and a decent microphone. And on the side of the AKG K7XXs from Mastrop, those are my favorite pair of headphones I've ever owned. They're open back, super comfortable, a pleasure to wear, and you get fantastic sound quality. So let's start with headsets. What makes them the perfect option for gaming? Well, the very first thing that comes to my head has to be convenience. There's nothing easier than just sitting down, turning on your headset, throwing it on your head, flipping down the microphone, and just playing. Super easy, super convenient, and in the case of the Astro A50s, wireless. Another pro, with most gaming headsets, they're actually fine-tuned for gaming. So what a lot of companies like Astro, Razer, SteelSeries will do is they'll tweak the audio signature of the headset in order to help you better perform in gaming. For example, on the Astro A50s, there's 3 levels. The first is for media, second's for balance, and the bottom one is for performance, which raises the highs up just a little bit so you can help you hear footsteps a little bit easier. Another thing is that a lot of these headsets, unfortunately not this model, the Astro A50s, but a lot of headsets actually come with custom software which allows you to tweak that even further, and a lot of other extra accessories that you don't really need, but it's also fun to have. Now on the con side of things, one of the major drawbacks of buying a headset is since it includes both headphones and a microphone in one package, and they're trying to sell it to you for at least an okay price, a lot of the times you have to sacrifice in one area or another. What most headsets will do is they'll try to get the best quality they possibly can, but the microphone quality won't be that great, or it'll meet right in the middle with okay sound quality, okay microphone quality. Also, on the flip side of companies tweaking with the audio signature, that's not always a good thing. A lot of times what you'll find is a company will raise the bass all the way through the roof where it's also starting to bleed into the midtones and sometimes even the high tones. Or the high tones are way up there and they're really, really harsh because they're trying to help you hear the footsteps, but it's also a little bit fatiguing. Sometimes people just want a nice, flat, even sound. And this is a personal con, but in the case of headsets, most of the time they're all going to be closed back. Unless you're talking about that new headset by Audio-Technica, which I am dying to get my hands on. I'm saving up my little pennies to try to get it so I can review it for you guys. But yeah, closed back headphones, they have a very closed off sound. So when it comes to hearing your surroundings, everything is kind of pushed right up against your ears, and it really messes with the 3D sound of your natural hearing of everything behind you. Whereas if you have an open back headset, it allows you to let more sound in, which allows for a more natural sound. Yes, you lose a little bit of the bass and a little bit of the punch, but you can hear all the sounds around you, and it helps really pinpoint that accuracy for you. Now, moving on to the pros of actually using headphones and a mic solution, the first thing that comes to my mind is that the options are pretty much limitless. You just take your favorite pair of headphones, slap on a mic, and you're good to go. In this case here, I'm using the Antlion Mod mic as my pairing. And a major benefit of using headphones is the sound quality that you're going to get. The entire experience is built towards it. And headphone manufacturers know what they're doing. A lot of them have that nice flat sound signature that I was talking about, so the bass isn't super intrusive, the mids are just right, and the highs aren't too harsh. And similar to the headphone sides, there's tons of different options out there for microphones, so you know you're always going to be getting the best quality out there. Whether you want to use a stand-in mic like my Audio-Technica 2035, or if you want to have something that's less intrusive like the Antlion Mod mic, there's definitely an option out there for everyone. Now, the sheer amount of options out there can also be quite daunting. When you're trying to choose the perfect pairing, a lot of the times it can become very overwhelming and you're never really sure what exactly is the right choice for you. Luckily, there's a lot of websites, a lot of forums out there that have really good options for gaming, and I would definitely recommend checking those out. And the biggest con has to be just cables. There's just cables everywhere. You have a cable for the headphones, you have a cable for your microphone. It can get everywhere, it gets messy, you can trip over it. It just overall sucks. Until they invent like a wireless microphone, or if you try using a Bluetooth headphones with gaming, that might be a video for the future. There's not really a whole lot of options to get rid of that, and it can be very annoying. So in conclusion, which one do I think is better? Well, as with most of the content on this channel, it's very subjective. So, for most people, going out there and buying themselves a really nice headset is going to be perfectly fine. Nice and convenient, nothing to worry about, even in some cases, no cables. But for me personally, I think I'm going to be sticking to the headphone microphone method just because I really like the sound quality that you can get out of an open back pair of headphones, and I do like the quality that I can get out of adding a separate mic to it. And it's modular, so you can always swap out parts. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys, so thank you once again for watching. As always, if you liked it, make sure to show it by hitting that like button down below. As well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel and you like the content, feel free to subscribe. But until next time, I will see you in the next one.